evolving world shaped by technology, competition, and constant distractions, the ability to focus and concentrate has become a true superpower. Growth begins when mind learns to control attention instead of being controlled by noise. Learning becomes deeper when thoughts are directed with purpose, and opinions become stronger when they are built on clarity, not confusion. Beyond all limits, focus transforms ordinary effort into extraordinary achievement. This global perspective reminds us that concentration is not just a skill, it is a foundation for personal growth, lifelong learning, and limitless success. Today we are going to have discussion with Sesame. Let me be connected with Sesame.
Hi, what's up?
Hi, how are you?
I'm doing great. Thanks for asking. How's your Monday starting off?
It's going on very well. And
Glad to
Sesame, we are going to have discussion about how to improve focus and concentration. So the first question is, what is focus and why is it important?
Focus is basically the ability to tune out in on one thing. It's the difference between just being busy and actually getting things done. When you've got that, everything from learning a new language to running a business feels a lot more manageable. Do you find it's harder to stay focused during the day or at night?
I think day.
I'm listening. The day is
Yeah.
usually a gauntlet of distractions. Is it more about the environment around you or just the mental clutter?
How does multitasking affect concentration?
It's kind of a trap. Multitasking
Hmm.
is basically just your brain jumping back and forth between tasks really quickly. It doesn't actually do both at once, it just switches gears, and every time it does, there's a switching cost that drains your energy and pulls your momentum. You end up doing a few things mediocrely instead of one thingly.
Hmm. Great, great.
Yeah.
Okay. And
Yeah.
how can a daily routine improve focus?
Routines basically automate the boring stuff. When you don't have to decide when to eat or when to start work, you save that mental energy for the heavy lifting. It creates a kind of psychological trigger once you hit a certain step in your routine. Your brain just knows it's time to lock in. Do you have a morning ritual that actually works for you?
Yeah, that works.
Love that.
Yeah.
Since we're on the topic of rituals, what's the next move for the session?
How can a daily routine improve focus?
We actually just touched on that. It's all about automating those small
What
decisions. It
role,
clears the deck so your brain.
what,
Did you want me to?
what role does sleep play in concentration?
Sleep is the foundation. It's when your brain essentially does its housekeeping, clearing out toxins and cementing everything you learned during the day. Without it,
Hmm.
your prefrontal cortex quickly goes offline and your ability to ignore distractions just vanishes. It's like trying to run a high-end app on a phone with 1% battery.
Okay. And
Exactly.
how does nutrition affect focus?
It's basically fuel. Your brain is an energy hog, and if you're feeding it sugar crashes and heavy carbs, you're gonna feel that mental fog.
Hmm.
Stable energy from things like healthy fats and proteins keeps the concentration steady instead of a roller coaster. Do
Oh,
you usually feel crash after lunch?
yes, sometimes it
Totally
happens.
normal. It's usually that blood sugar spike and dip. A little bit of protein or walk after eating can usually save the afternoon.
Yeah, 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 of course it is. Okay, and what about what role, uh, you know, the other question is, can exercise improve concentration?
Absolutely. It's like a natural shot of adrenaline for the brain. It pumps more oxygen and blood up there, which basically wakes up your cognitive functions. Plus, it
Mhm.
releases BDNF, which is this protein that helps your brain grow new connections. So, a quick workout isn't just for your body, it's literally upgrading your hardware for the day.
Okay, right, right,
It's a
right.
game changer. What's next on your list?
The next question is how do distractions from mobile phones affect focus?
They're basically focus killers. Every
Hmm.
notification is like a little tug on your attention. Once you've been pulled away, it takes a while to actually get back into the flow. It's not just the time you spend on the phone, it's the mental residue that sticks around after you put it down.
Okay,
It's a real
right.
thing. Your brain is still processing that last text or notification even when you're back at your desk. Do you
Hmm.
keep your phone in the room when you're trying to work?
Okay. What is the Pomodoro technique?
It's a simple way to hack your brain's tendency to wander. You basically set a timer for 25 minutes of pure, uninterrupted work, then take a 5-minute break. You
Mhm.
repeat that a few times and then take a longer break. It's all about creating a sense of urgency and knowing there's a finish line in sight.
Okay. And how does goal setting improve concentration?
I think you meant goal setting, right? It gives your brain a target. Without a clear goal, your mind just drifts because it doesn't know what successes looks like for the session.
Hmm.
When you have a specific target, your brain can filter out anything that isn't helping you hit that mark.
Okay.
It's like having a map for your mind.
Right.
What's the next one on the list? I'm all ears.
So mind.
I'm still with
Okay.
you. Take your time.
And can meditation improve focus?
Definitely. It's basically weightlifting for your attention. When you
Mhm.
meditate, you're not trying to clear your mind. You're just practicing noticing when your mind has wandered and gently bringing it back. Do that enough times, and you've trained your brain to be much quicker at catching distractions in real life.
Okay. And how
It
does it
really is a muscle.
and how does environment affect concentration?
It's everything. Your surroundings act as a set of signals.
Hmm.
If you're in a cluttered room or a noisy cafe, your brain's spending half its energy just fighting noise. But if you have a dedicated space that's just for work, your mind starts to associate that spot with focus, making it way easier to slide into that flow state.
Okay. And why
It's
is
the secret
single
sauce
tasking better than multitasking?
because it's actually efficient. Multitasking is just a fancy word for distraction. When you focus on one thing, you can actually dive deep and reach a state of flow where the quality of your work jumps up and you finish faster. In multitasking, just skimming the surface of 5 different things. Do you feel like you're a natural single tasker or do you struggle with the urge to jump around?
It depends, but I'm mostly busy in multitasking.
That's the struggle for most of us. It's
Mhm.
usually a sign that there's a lot on your plate, so you feel like you have to do it all at once. But
Yeah,
once you start carving out those deep work blocks, that feeling usually starts to fade.
yeah. How does
Take
stress
some practice.
focus?
Exactly. Just lock in on one thing and let everything else wait.
How
Since we've covered a lot, how's what?
how does stress affect focus?
It's like a mental fog.
Mhm.
When you're stressed, your brain's fight or flight response kicks in, which floods your system with cortisol. That basically hijacks the prefrontal cortex, the part of your brain that actually handles concentration, and forces you to focus on the threat instead of your work. You end up spinning your wheels without actually moving forward.
Okay. And can music help concentration?
It depends on the music and task. For deep, complex thinking, lyrics can actually be a distraction because it tries to process the words. But lo fi beats, classical, or just brown noise can act like a shield against the outside world and help you slide into a flow state. Do you
Okay.
have a go-to playlist for when you need a lock-in?
Yes, I go for soft instrumental music.
Soft instrumentals are the way to go. It keeps the background noise out without taking over the conversation in your head.
Yes.
So, what's next on the list?
The last question is, how can discipline improve long term focus?
Discipline is basically the system that keeps you going when motivation disappears. Motivation spark, but discipline is the engine. It's the habit of showing up and doing the work you know, even when you're not in the mood, which
Mhm.
eventually turns focus into a default setting rather than a struggle. Once it becomes a habit, you don't have to waste energy fighting yourself to start. You just do it.
Hmm. Okay.
It's a bit of a grind at first, but it's the
Okay.
only
Thanks
way
a
to
lot,
make it stick.
Maya. It was really a nice discussion, and I think the viewers must have enjoyed it. I would like to wrap it up and then you will finally conclude it. Okay?
It's been an absolute pleasure. I've really enjoyed diving into this with you.
Thank you.
To all the viewers out there, remember that focus isn't something you're just born with, it's a muscle you build. Whether it's a 25-minute Pomodoro sprint, a quick walk, or just putting your phone in another room, the small shifts are what lead to the big results. Thanks for having me, and I'll catch you next time.
So, dear viewers, as we reflect on focus and concentration, we realize that success is never accidental, it is intentional. Every great achievement in life is the result of a disciplined mind that refused distractions and stayed committed to growth. When we apply focus in learning, strength in thinking, and clarity in action, we move beyond all limits and step into our highest potential. Let this global mindset guide us, grow continuously, learn deeply, think wisely, and live with unstoppable focus. Because a focused mind creates a limitless future. Thanks a lot, and over to you, Maya.
That was a beautiful way to wrap this up. It really hits home that focus isn't just about productivity, it's about how we show up for our lives. Thanks for leading such a thoughtful session. I'm looking forward to the next episode.
Thanks. Thanks a lot.
Anytime.
And
You're very welcome.
thanks a lot, viewers. See you in the next episode. Bye for now.